Welcome to Indiana High School basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, Nepco, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columbi is next.
Here's a three in the corner on the way! Yes! Yes! Big time three at a big time moment.
5 Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 Stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Top of the key for three! Splash! Big time three. Here comes Vice driving inside. Stolen, picked up by Samantha Marks. Oh, man, he made it happen!
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
The new era continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, Sectional 34 gets underway as the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays and the South Central Lady Satellites clash in round one. This is Indiana High School basketball. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play, our sports analyst, Terry Minnix. Our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. Welcome you to the nest of North Judson, Indiana, 46366. We are back for more as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. Man, as we get ready for our 28th basketball broadcast of the season, we have seen both of these teams in action. We've seen the Lady Jays several times, but we have only seen the Satellites once, unfortunately, due to some rescheduling earlier on in the season. The last time we saw the Satellites was Game 1 of their regular season against Culver. That was back on November 2nd. The Satellites are, of course, led by Ben Anderson in his third year as the head coach. They started their 2023-2024 campaign going 6-4 through the first 10 games. After that point, they really got in a groove, winning the next 9 in a row before losing in the PCC Tournament Championship round to Tri-Township last week, 43-29. Since that time, they beat Westville 59-43. They had to face Tri-Township once again for their regularly scheduled game against each other to finish off their season. The Lady Satellites came up short again to the Lady Tigers, 42-37. The Lady Satellites finished off their season at 16-6 on the year. Leading the Satellites in the scoring department is Sadie Marks, averaging 16.7 points per game. Right behind her is Hope Welsh. She's scoring 12.3 points per game, and then rounding out the top 3 is Samantha Marks, averaging 8.3 points per game. Sadie Marks also leads the team in rebounds, assists, and steals, averaging 8 boards, 3 dimes, and 3.1 snags per game. As a whole, the Satellites are averaging 48.4 points per game, and their defense is allowing 40 points per game. We turn now to our sports analyst, 2-time Indiana High School basketball state champion head coach, Terry Minix. Man, time flies, Coach. We are back to broadcast another basketball postseason together. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. This is next to Christmas. This is about the best time of the year.
It feels good, doesn't it?
It really does. I'm excited to get it rolling again. We got good weather, and I think we're going to see a lot of good basketball.
Well, I know you haven't seen the Lady Satellites, but from the rundown I just gave us, give us your thoughts. They've been here before.
Well, I saw them when they played the Bobcats earlier in the year, but they've got a couple seniors that they lead and they really, they have some good experience. I mean, for the last few years, Coach Anderson, they haven't had a whole heck of a lot of losses, so. Every time they show up, they intend to win. So it's just one of them things that I think the experience is probably a little bit in their favor. But the other thing, when you're talking North Judson, they're playing at home. So you never know.
Yeah, well, and then right off the top, a lot of people probably were thinking because of the seniors that the Satellites had graduated last year, they may have not had quite the year that they ended up having. 16-6, Coach. I'd be pretty happy with that.
Oh, I'd be really happy with that for sure. But, they lost a couple of the same names that are still here.
They're still here.
The Welshes and the Marks. I mean, they kind of just all stay there. But they're really good basketball, players and, the families. There's just a bunch of them, and they all expect to win. They all have played really well over their career, and they just keep coming along, and they keep winning basketball games.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm sure they love it.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure. Now, the opposing team's not so much.
Probably not so much, yeah. Well, we turn the page and talk about the opposing team tonight. It's the home team, the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. While they are the home team hosting, they are not the home team in the game. The home team wearing all white is the South Central Lady Satellites. The Blue Jays will be wearing their away jerseys tonight. Very interesting there. But head coach Whitney Combs finished off her first official regular season leading the Lady Jays. And just like the Lady Satellites, the Jays started their 2023-2024 season going 6-4 through the first 10 games. One of those 10 fell on November 14th, where the Lady Jays traveled to the launch pad to take on the Satellites during the regular season, falling 64-42. The Lady Jays most likely remember that night and have prepared for a better outing this time in the nest. After the first 10 games, the Lady Jays went 6-6 to finish off their year. One of those 6 wins came against LaVille, who is also in this sectional. Other wins that stand out during that stretch came against Winnemac, Knox, and Triton. The Lady Jays come into tonight's matchup at 12-10 on the year. Leading the Lady Jays in the scoring department is Kylie Lehigh, averaging 11.9 points per game. Right behind her is Kaylin Tunis, averaging 11.4. And rounding out the top 3 is Reagan Hensley, averaging 6.1 a game. Lehigh also leads the team in rebounds and steals, averaging 9.3 boards and 4.6 snags per game. And leading the team in assists is Avery Johnston, averaging 2.5 dimes per game. As a team, the Lady Jays offense is averaging 45.7 points per game, and their defense has allowed 47.3 points per game up to this point. Thoughts on the Lady Jays season?
Well, from the first time they played, that was a long time ago. There's been a lot of water under the bridge since that. That was like their 4th game of the year, and so so they probably learned a lot. I'm sure they watched a lot of film of that game and really worked on some of the things that didn't go well the first time they played.
Well, how much really does that go into tonight? I mean, as much time has passed, things change. Now, do you really, as a head coach, do you account for that game so long ago?
Well, you do, because the kids still have the same tendencies. You know who's going to be their scorer. You know who's right-handed, who's left-handed. If they have a break, they're not going to change a lot of stuff. If they're going to run some kind of break, or they're going to run a secondary, they're not going to change a lot of that, because both teams have been pretty successful, so they're not going to change. Now, if you were 0-22 coming into this, you may say, well, we scratch everything we did earlier and we're going to start over from scratch and do some different things. But no, they still have the same tendency. They still have the same players. Now, some players, especially on the North Judson side, some of these younger kids, they have picked it up, and they probably, they were freshmen. One was a freshman, and sophomores, and they probably, after the fourth game of the year, they were still finding their way, and I'm sure that's a big thing that satellites are going to have to look out for. Is they've really improved that way, and it's going to be a different game. I believe.
Well, we are expecting a great evening of IHSAA girls sectional basketball action, as we appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on KVB's WKVI. We are lucky to say no injuries to report tonight, as that is your Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. We check in courtside with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, who is here in attendance, getting all the inside information. Justin, we're back for more, man. It's sectional action. What are you thinking?
What's up, Mitch? Terry, it's good to have you back. I don't know if you guys have seen me. I'm sitting up in the stands talking to some North Judson fans, talking about boys, talking about the girls and their past history. So I'm up here enjoying myself when you guys are up there working.
Man, this is awesome. Hey, we'll make sure and get score updates from Justin throughout the game. So even though we're covering North Judson-San Pierre and South Central tonight, Justin's going to be providing us with updates throughout the evening. We're also going to hear from, I believe or not, Justin, we're going to hear from Harold Welter a little bit later on at the halftime break, as he is at that Knox-Rochester matchup. Sounds like we've got all hands on deck, man.
Sounds great, Mitch. Hey, I'm ready. I'm going to get a little bit closer towards the end. But right now, I have a good view, and the girls are, practicing and getting warmed up. And a funny story, when I was walking in the hallway, I saw Coach Combs' husband pacing back and forth. I'm like, are you nervous, man? He's like, I feel like I'm getting nervous before games now than when I was a player. So even the assistant coach, the husband of Coach Combs, is getting nervous, guys.
That's our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff.
Well, I'm sure he is nervous because his wife's the coach, and he's probably saying, I hope she does well. I've got to go home with her.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Well, we invite all of our listeners to stay tuned, because we're going to hear from head coach Ben Anderson of the Satellites and Whitney Combs of the Lady Jays after the break in the KVB Coaches Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
I'm here with head coach of the South Central Ladies Satellites, Ben Anderson. Here we are, Coach. 0-0 starts off the top, Sectional 34, taking on the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. You took care of them earlier on in the season at your place. Now you're in the nest. What do you know about the Lady Jays?
Yeah, they've gotten better throughout the season. They're a solid team. You know, we expect a hard-fought battle tonight. They're a very physical, very aggressive team. And, like you mentioned, it's everyone's 0-0 right now. And, we're ready for the challenge today. We beat them by 20 in November, but lots happened since then. And, when you look back at that game, it was a 6-point game late in the third. It was an 8 to 10 point game halfway through the fourth. It was not a 20-point game.
Message to Satellite Nation who may be listening tonight.
Yeah, hey, just appreciate everyone's support. Come out and support these young ladies, and we always appreciate WKVI as well.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
I'm here with head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays, Whitney Combs. Coach, here we are, round one of Sectional 34. You get to take on the South Central Lady Satellites. First time you took them on, it was at the launch pad. This time, it's in the nest. What do you know about the South Central Lady Satellites?
I mean, that's a good team, right? They beat us by 22 in the regular season, so we have a lot to prove. The good thing is it's 0-0 right now. Our records are 0-0, so just got to come out and do our part, right? We had 31 turnovers the first time we played them. We have to take care of the ball. We have to play good defense,
Anything in particular that you're talking with the team right now, getting them to focus for tonight's matchup that you can share with us?
They just have to take care of business, right? We've worked hard. We've prepared all week as much as we can, so we need to see 100% effort for them. Our Triton game, we came out, we had a chip on our shoulder. We wanted to win that game, and we got the victory because we came out like that. We can't start slow. We can't have mental lapses where we forget defenses and stuff like that. We just have to come out and go 4 quarters the whole time.
Message to Blue Jay Nation who may be listening.
I mean, sectionals here at our home floor. Come out and support us. They've worked all season for this, so come pack the stands.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School girls basketball sectional action, what are your keys to the game as a South Central Lady Satellite?
Well, I tell you, both the keys are going to be similar, but for the Satellites, they've got to take care of business and make sure they get off to a really, really good start so they can put that doubt in the North Judson's mind, say, oh, man, they got to
second guess themselves.
Exactly.
All right, now flip sides. If you're the head coach of NJSP, what has to happen in order to get this win tonight?
Well, they've got to get off to that good start. And then, once they get that, it's the opening game of sectional. So they're both going to have nerves to begin with. You know that. I mean, Justin was saying, the coaches are nervous. Everybody's nervous. I mean, the fans are nervous. So, once they all settle down, and they start playing, let me tell you, the Blue Jays just have to, contain it in the beginning. And if they can do that, they've been playing really well, and we got a ball game.
That's our keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Okay, time to grab a Coke. The Coca-Cola pregame show continues. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Kankakee Valley RAMC is excited to announce that applications for their youth programs are now available. If you know a student in 6th grade or a junior in high school, encourage them to apply for Camp Kilowatt or Youth Tour to Washington, D.C. Our fun summer experiences are designed to ignite curiosity, foster leadership, and provide hands-on experiences. For high school seniors gearing up for college next fall, KVRAMC is offering $8,000 in scholarships through the Operation Roundup program. Let KVRAMC fuel your academic journey by providing the financial support you need. Are you ready to apply? The deadline is March 1st. Visit kvramc.com to get started.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana high school basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
From the nest at North Judson-San Pierre in North Judson, Indiana, welcome to game number 28 of our Indiana high school basketball season between the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays and the South Central Lady Satellites. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. We also want to let you know Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR will always be there too. Join the boss, Tony Ross, on Max 98.3 FM as they are covering the Culver Sectional in full this week. Between WYMR and WKVI, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting has you covered. You can stay up to speed on local high school sports in this area by following us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter, at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max. For all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content, you can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Well, we are proud to let you know the public address announcer tonight in the nest is Nathan Radke. The scoreboard operator is Dave Altman. In charge of the official scorebook tonight is Missy Hensley. Our officials for this evening are Danny Escalante, Mike Emerson, and Sean Westman, with Jamie Myers as the alternate if needed. Courtside, getting all the inside information, is our sideline reporter Justin Ruff. And up here in the KVB nest, breaking things down and analyzing play, we are honored to have a two-time Indiana high school basketball state champion head coach as our sports analyst, Terry Minix. Coach, we look around our other area teams. There's a lot going on tonight. At the South Newton sectional, the West Central Lady Trojans take on the Caston Comets. That'll be an interesting matchup there as the West Central Lady Trojans finished off their season very good at 13-8. In the North Miami sectional, we see the Winnemac Lady Warriors taking on Wabash. Very similar when it comes to records. The Winnemac Lady Warriors come into tonight's matchup against Wabash at 12-9. Wabash 11-11. We'll see if the Lady Warriors can squeak by one on Wabash. In the Rochester sectional, the Knox Lady Redskins at 7-16 take on Rochester 11-11. We'll hear from our very own Harold Welter throughout the broadcast, also at halftime from himself to tell us how that matchup is going tonight. At the Morgan Township sectional, we see the 21-1 Tri-Township Lady Tigers taking on Morgan Township. And then at the Culver sectional, the Culver Lady Cavaliers at 4-17 hope to upset the 18-4 Marquette Catholic Blazers, I believe, correct?
Yes.
As that game, I said, is on Max 98.3. But all of that lines us up for our game. The North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays 12-10 as they come into round one, sectional 34, to take on the South Central Lady Satellites coming in at 16-6. Man, the table's been set. What game of those sticks out to mind?
Well, I think a couple of them. I think West Central, like you said, had a great great year, and they have to play Caston, which is one of the better teams in the state. But to win that thing, you have to play them at some point. So you hope get them early. I guess that's the way I would look at it too. Get them early, and because they're going to be thinking, we've got this thing won. We're number 3 or whatever we are in the state. So that one's interesting, and obviously then Tri-Township having to play Morgan on their home floor.
Right.
And Morgan's obviously a good team on their home floor, but I think Tri can get them.
Well, we turn things over for our national anthem. Every morning, we remind you to join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR and WKVI. Catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. We go through the starting lineups for tonight for the Lady Satellites of South Central from Union Mills, Indiana. Starting at point guard, we're going to see Samantha Marks. The 2 guard is Hope Welsh. Starting at small forward is Gwendolyn Mendenhall. At the 4 is McKenna Welsh, and at the 5 is Sadie Marks. For the Lady Jays of North Judson-San Pierre from North Judson, Indiana, starting at point guard is Avery Johnston. At the 2 is Kaylin Tunis. Starting small forward is Reagan Hensley. At the 4 is Kylie Lehigh. And at the 5 is Anna Garbison. That is our KVB starting lineups. As I'm Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana High School girls basketball sectional action from North Judson, Indiana. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you in part by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week Award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. Well, what's something that comes to mind, Coach, the first game of sectionals that you would always start, how you would want to attack a sectional? What's something, how do you do this?
Well, I think the big thing for the Blue Jays is, you've got to use the familiarity of the gym that you have, and they've got a larger crowd. You've got to use all that to your advantage. And that should hopefully take a little bit of the nerves away from you. But like I said, I think both teams are going to have nerves coming out, and I think the first couple of minutes is going to maybe get a little sloppy. So, you explain to your players, you're going to be nervous, and you look at them and you say, I am too, but we can do this. And, you just got to do what you've been doing all year long and, let the game come to you, and you'll be fine.
You've admitted you were nervous before?
Yeah, I mean, if it would do anything to get my kids a little bit of a relief, I would try anything. Trust me, I would try anything. I've seen all kinds of coaching tactics where other coaches have or the coach who's sent in flowers that said it was from the other team.
Oh my god!
To say it's your funeral.
To get them going.
Get them going. There's a lot of things.
That's a good one.
There's a lot of things you can do to try to pump up your kids. The main thing is, you got to know what gets your kids excited and what kind of grounds them a little bit so they don't get nervous.
Well, here we go.
Sectional time.
Sectional time is here.
Nothing better.
In just a few 3 weeks, it'll be time for boys sectional. So
yeah,
it's unbelievable how it feels like we just started this basketball season with each other last year.
Right.
Now here we are for round 2.
Yeah, we were here for the boys regional.
Just seems like the other day.
Right.
can't believe that's going on almost a year ago, is in the middle. We see Sadie Marks and Kylie Lehigh, both of which have been Tyler Roth WKVI Athletes of the Week. We know how to pick them, and we got a good one tonight. Our web printing a JT Shirt Shack tip is up and away, and Sadie Marks controls it to Hope Welsh. She gets it to Samantha Marks, and here we go. From the nest, it's Sam Marks getting it inside, back out to Hope Welsh, up top McKenna Welsh. Now swings it over, this is number 22. That's Gwen Mendenhall. Back to Hope Welsh, Reagan Hensley all over, almost lost it. Hope still has it, almost stolen. Reagan Hensley's on the floor, she comes up with the steal. She gets it to Kylie Lehigh, who's going baseline, picks up her dribble. Back out up top, almost stolen, it's Kaylin Tunis getting inside and off the glass. The Lady Jays score first.
That's what they got to do.
Sadie Marks going inside on the other end of the floor. My goodness, took a little bump and gets it to go 2-2 early.
Well, if you want to take a little pressure off the satellites, you get it to Sadie Marks.
That's exactly what happened. As on the other end, almost stolen, saved by Johnston. She gets it over to Lehigh in the far corner. It's Anna Garbison back up top. Kaylin Tunis pops the three. No good. And it's saved by number 21. That is McKenna Welsh. And then a travel is called on her. 2 early turnovers for the Lady Satellites here. Sees the Lady Jays have possession. It's Avery Johnston at the top of the key. She's got Samantha Marks on her. Over to Reagan Hensley. Pops the three. In and out. No good. Fight for the rebound. And a whistle on the inside.
It's on the Blue Jays.
The fight for the possession there. Sees the Satellites take it here. Full court pressure from the Lady Jays right off the top. The Satellites get it into Marks. It's Samantha bringing it forward on Avery Johnston. She crosses the 10-second line. Here she is, getting inside at the right elbow. Dump off to number 22, Gwen Mendenhall. Back out to Samantha Marks. Now here she is at the right elbow, getting inside. Puts up the layup. No good. Fight for the rebound. Last touch by Kylie Lehigh as it goes out of bounds. It'll stay here.
They're attacking the basket. You know, they're not standing out there settling for threes. They're attacking.
Sideline out of bounds play. Hope Welsh kicks it up top of the key. It's Samantha Marks. Samantha with Avery Johnston on her, waiting for the play to develop. Here she comes inside, has space.
Travel.
Yep. Took too many steps. She almost tripped, it looked like.
Well, she got pretty low, and they had to go double team, and they were able to force her to get rid of the ball. Before she could do that, she traveled.
Lady Jays get it in. It's Kaylin Tunis crossing half court. Back to Kylie Lehigh, then to Anna Garbison in the far corner. Back up top, Avery Johnston. Then over to Hensley. Hensley back to Garbison. Wide open three. Top of the key is no good. And rebounded on the inside by Sadie Marks. Almost was rebounded by Reagan Hensley, and now a foul's called on her, I believe.
Yes, it is. It's her first, team second.
Full court pressure from the Lady Jays. It's a tie ball game, 2-2 here. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Sectional 34, round one. Sadie Marks crosses half court. Avery Johnston on her. Gets it to Gwen Mendenhall. Then back up top to Samantha Marks. Swings it over to Hope Welsh. Reagan Hensley on her. Here comes Hope inside. Gets doubled. Back out. Up top, that's McKenna Welsh. And a 3-second call on the inside. Wow.
Well, we talked about how the first few minutes are going to be a little bit ugly.
And here come the Lady Jays. Tunis pushes it forward to Anna Garbison at the short corner. Far side of the floor, back up top to Avery Johnston. Then over to Kaylin Tunis. Tunis stops at the free throw line, kicks it to the far corner. It's Avery Johnston, back up top to Anna Garbison. Garbison, wide open three, top of the key. No good that time, and rebounded Sadie Marks. Sadie, she's going to bring it forward herself. Crosses half court. Anna Garbison all over. She drives baseline now, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by her. Wow.
Letting them play.
Unofficially, that's the 5th turnover for the South Central Lady Satellites here. None from the Lady Jays. Oh, just as I say that. They tried to get it to Avery Johnston, and it goes out of bounds for the first unofficial turnover for the Lady Jays. It's still 2-2 here, 4:58 to go in the opening quarter.
I tell you, I really like that they're putting pressure on them, kind of giving them some of their medicine and doing a good job in their press.
Samantha Marks finds it over to Hope Welsh. Almost lost it, picks it up, back to Samantha Marks, far side of the floor in front of the Blue Jays bench. She brings it back out up top now. Swings it over. It's Gwen Mendenhall going inside, off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound. Reagan Hensley gets in there along with Samantha Marks. They're calling it a jump ball. It'll be Lady J basketball. Lady Jays kick it in. Now it's Kylie Lehigh crossing half court. Almost double teamed, and then she throws it away, trying to get it to Avery Johnston.
Well, she did exactly what Satellites wanted, to get across half court. Basically, they were able to trap her and made it tougher on her, and she had to throw the ball away.
So Gracie Minix is going to check in for Kylie Lehigh here. The Satellites get it into Samantha Marks. Back up to Gwen Mendenhall. And then almost stolen by the Lady Jays. That goes out of bounds. Stays here, Satellite basketball.
Playing some really good man-to-man defense right now.
Hope Welsh to take it out. She gets it to Sadie Marks. Hands back off the Hope. Back to Sadie. Sadie. Gracie Minix on her. Back up top to Samantha Marks. Here she comes. Back out. Near corner. McKenna Welsh from 15 is no good. And rebounded by Gracie Minix. She gets it to Avery Johnson. Here they come. Avery. Near corner, Anna Garbison fakes the three, goes inside, loses it. Stolen by Hope Welsh. Here she comes to Sadie Marks, crossing half court. It's Sadie going inside. No good, and it goes out of bounds. Head coach Ben Anderson wanted something.
Yeah, I can say they're letting them play, and it's on both ends of the floor. They're letting them play, and I mean you've got to adjust to that. You know, as a coach and the players, you got to tell the kids, hey, you know, just be aggressive. You know, they're being very aggressive, North Judson, in their man-to-man, and you got to do that when you're attacking the basket.
Still 2-2 here, 3:40 to go in the first quarter. It's Reagan Hensley almost losing it. She does. Stolen by the Satellites right away. It's Sadie Marks now. Pushes it to Hope Welsh. Back to Sadie. Swings it over to Samantha. Wide open three. Top of the key. Yes, sir. Big time shot from Samantha Marks. 5-2, and that's a quick timeout by head coach Whitney Combs. As the Satellites finally get something to go through. It's been a few possessions there as we're seeing a lot of fans trickle in here. It's getting quite busy in the nest. As today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Snep at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Hey, Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. Big time shout out to Jim Collins. He said we're sounding great tonight, Terry.
Well, that's good to hear. That was a good timeout. I think basically the coaches are telling them right now, hey, it's aggressive. Don't get too worried about it. Just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, and everything will be fine. I mean, they pulled it back. Now they're going half court.
So here comes Avery Johnston out of the timeout. Sadie Marks all over, gets it back up top. That is number 21 for the Lady Jays, Kaya Burkett. And then losing it on the inside. Last touch by the Satellites. It'll stay here, Lady J basketball. Kaylin Tunis to take it out. She gets the ball, slaps it. Here comes the play. Up top to Kylie Lehigh, who just checked in a few moments ago. Lehigh to the near corner. Kaylin Tunis spins around. Baseline, puts up a shot. No good. Fight for the rebound. Who's going to get it? It's Kaya Burkett on the inside. Back out to Avery Johnson. Johnson to Gracie Minix, and then back up top to Kylie Lehigh. Under 3 minutes here in the first. Burkett with it. Deep three on the way. No good. Too hard. And a long rebound. Kaylin Tunis is going to pick it up here. Kaylin up top, and a reach-in foul's called on Samantha Marks.
be her first.
So Johnston finds it over to Kylie Lehigh. Lehigh picks up her dribble. Samantha Marks all over. Back up top to Kaya Burkett. Burkett crossing over. Inside, Kylie Lehigh puts up the right-hand layup. No good. Rebound of Gracie Minix. Wow. It's blocked. Then it's stolen back by Kylie Lehigh. Lehigh back to Gracie Minix. Then back to Lehigh. Then over to Burkett. Then over to Johnston. Driving baseline, picks up her dribble, cross-court pass, other corner, it's Kaylin Tunis. She's going inside, puts up a shot, a blocking foul's called. So with Kaylin,
second foul on Samantha.
First free throw from Kaylin Tunis is up, away, and good. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. What are you hearing on the Lady Jays bench, Jay?
Well, guys, right before, I'm sitting behind the North Judson bench, right before Samantha Marks hit that three, Coach Combs screamed out, "Who's got Sammy? Who's got Sammy?" And boom, she hit the three, called timeout, wasn't happy, and then she addressed that in the timeout.
So out of the free throw is a turnover, unfortunately, by the Satellites. That's another one to add to the list, Coach. That's 9 unofficially here.
That's surprising out of them. I think they get the ball to Tunis a little bit this time.
Johnston getting inside, back out to the far corner. It's Kylie Lehigh, picks up her dribble, back to Kaya Burkett, stolen back by Hope Welsh. Here she comes, taking on Kaya off the glass, no good, right-handed, and then it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Jays, it stays here.
Seems like there's a lid on the both ends of the floor.
Out of bounds play underneath her own basket. Hope Welsh to take it out. She gets it in. McKenna Welsh, no good, left-handed layup. And then here come the Lady Jays on the rebound. 5-4, South Central leads. It's Kaya Burkett, top of the key, over to Kylie Lehigh. Lehigh, then to Avery Johnston. Johnston, Samantha Marks on her. Picks up her dribble, cross-court pass to Kaylin Tunis.
Let her attack.
Crosses over, back out, Kylie Lehigh. Cross-court pass to Johnston. Here comes Avery inside. Floater, no good, fading away. And rebounded by Sadie Marks. Then inside, Kylie Lehigh comes up with the steal. She gets it to Avery Johnston. Puts up a shot, blocked by Sadie Marks, and it goes out of bounds. They're having trouble right now, both teams.
Well, it's very aggressive out there.
Out of bounds play underneath her own basket. Avery Johnston to take it out. She finds Kaylin Tunis, pops the three. No good. Rebounded Hope Welsh. Hope back to Samantha Marks, and here comes Sam for the last minute of the first quarter. She gets it to Sadie Marks. Sadie, Gracie Minix on her. Cross court pass to Hope Welsh. Pops the three. Splash! Big time three. Hope Welsh makes it look easy. 8-4, 4-point lead now.
That was senior to senior there.
Back to Kaya Burkett. She pops a 17-footer on the extended wing. No good, and rebounded Sadie Marks. Sadie up to Samantha. Samantha over to Hope, wide open. Another three. No good, and tracking the rebound down is Kaya Burkett. Burkett, last 15 seconds here of the first. She brings it forward to the near corner. Avery Johnston. Johnston back up top. Kylie Lehigh. Last 7 to Kaya. Deep three, no good. Rebounded McKenna Welsh on the inside. And that will be the end of the first quarter. 8-4, the South Central Lady Satellites lead the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. We're going to take a break. Second quarter action is coming your way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you Grow up and work on a family farm on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team. That appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on KVB's WKVI. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix and sideline reporter Justin Ruff. We go to the second quarter, 8-4. The South Central Lady Satellites lead the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. So to start the second quarter, it's Samantha Marks spinning around on Avery Johnston, but then it's stolen back by Kylie Lehigh as we start the second quarter. Another turnover for the South Central Lady Satellites. And now...
Well, a moving screen.
A moving screen called on the Lady Jays.
Gracie Minix, it's her first. Team first. There was only 2 fouls each in that first quarter. I think they'll settle down a little bit this second quarter. I think we'll see a little better game now.
Sadie Marks brings it across half court. We can only hope for both teams' sake.
Right.
One of them has to win. It's Gwen Mendenhall trying to get it inside. I think that might have been Samantha Marks after getting it from Mendenhall. And then it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Jays. Out of bounds play underneath her own basket. Hope Welsh to take it out. She gets it to number 22. That is Gwen Mendenhall. Mendenhall back to Sadie Marks. Pops the three. No good. Too hard and rebounded by Gracie Minix. She gets it to Kaylin Tunis. Crossing the half-court line. One-on-one. She's taking on Sadie. Tried to dump off the Reagan Hensley. Almost lost it. Finds it to the hands of Kylie Lehigh. Skip pass up top. Avery Johnston. Three. No good. Rebounded inside by McKenna Welsh. Welsh doubled immediately off the rebound. She gets it to Samantha Marks, and here comes Sam. Crosses over Kylie Lehigh. Here she comes inside.
Ooh.
She draws the foul, Coach.
Might have got away with the travel.
Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, to see what he heard in the South Central Hutter. Justin.
Coach Anderson really just addressed how to take care of the ball. Like, hey, well, we got that back quarter out of the way. Now let's pivot. Let's pass fake and make good passes and take care of the ball. So not the happiest right now about the ball control for his Satellites.
Yeah, you can tell he's been a little frustrated. He's had his hands on his face a couple of times in talking with the officials. A little frustrated right now as head coach Anderson. As the first free throw from Samantha Marks is good. The second is as well, making it 10-4 now. The Satellites have a 6-point lead with 6:45 to go here in the first half. Avery Johnson on the other end of the floor finds Kaylin Tunis. Tunis on the other end of the floor, on the other side of the floor. Nice. It's Kylie Lehigh driving baseline, no good. Gets her own rebound, and her putback is good. Lady Jays needed that one. 10-6 now. The Satellites lead. It's Sadie Marks crossing half court to Sam Marks now. Samantha, Kylie Lehigh on her. Here comes over to Sadie Marks. Avery Johnson on her. Sadie takes on Avery. Ooh. Interesting sidestep there as she gets the 2 points to go left-handed. 12-6 now, and here's Kaylin Tunis on the other end. 17 feet out. Nice job. 12-8 now. The Lady Jays trying to make things happen. It's Hope Welsh. Entry pass to Sadie Marks. It's overthrown, and it'll go out of bounds. And Anna Garbison is going to check in for the Lady Jays, and Gracie Minix will check out. Man, the Satellites aren't known to have turnovers quite like this.
No, they're usually the ones that's causing all the turnovers.
Well, like you said, a little jitters here coming into round one of sectionals.
Well, the good thing for them is they've had all them turnovers and they're still leading by 4.
Yeah, no kidding. Near corner, it's number 30 for the Lady Jays. Back up top to Avery Johnston. It's McKinley Dushak.
Find Tunis again.
Back to Kaylin inside, spinning off the glass, no good. And rebounded by Samantha Marks. They heard you. They got it. to her as here comes Samantha. Wide open space and almost stolen from behind was Kylie Lehigh. It goes out of bounds, so it'll stay here, Satellite basketball. Hope Welsh to take it out. The play's waiting to develop. She's got to get it out. Up top, she does, to McKenna Welsh. And here comes McKenna. Almost lost it. Picks it up, though. Kylie Lehigh on her. Gets it to Sadie Marks now. Sadie at the volleyball line. Top of the key. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the first half. To Hope Welsh. Welsh back up top. Samantha Marks. Samantha pulls it out. Back over. Number 22. That's Gwen Mendenhall. She's got Kaylin Tunis on her. Back to Sadie Marks. Sadie. Then over to Samantha Marks. Samantha going inside, off the glass left-handed, no good. Fight for the rebound. McKinley Dushak saves it to Kylie Lehigh. Here comes Kylie. She has space on Sadie Marks to the left block. Back up top to Avery Johnston. Johnston, Samantha Marks on her. Then to Kaylin Tunis. Tunis dribbling. She's got Gwen Mendenhall on her. Back up top to Avery Johnston. Johnston to the near corner. Tunis three. No good. And rebound to McKinley Dushak. A second chance opportunity here for the Lady J. She throws it away right to Sadie Marks. Here comes Sadie. Coast to coast. Right hand layup is no good, but a foul's called. She's going to go to the line here. Blue Jay Nation not happy with it. And it puts Sadie Marks at the line. We have a score update. At the end of one, the Tri-Township Lady Tigers are trailing Morgan Township 17-9, Coach.
Well, that's early.
Jitters in the first quarter seem to not only be here at the nest. It's going around. As the first free throw from Sadie Marks was good. Second is up, away, and good as well. Making it 14-8. And a full timeout by head coach Ben Anderson. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. What do you got, Justin?
I have a score update too, Mitch. Winnemac Warriors, they're leading Wabash after one quarter, 18-7.
Nice. Big time game there for the Winnemac Lady Warriors. We had a chance to talk with head coach Tony Stasiak in the halftime show yesterday, preparing for our game tonight. He was pretty confident about the Lady Warriors coming into tonight. Of course, a much better season than it was his first year for Winnemac, so they have come a long way.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they had a great season, and, I think we saw them play North Judson there. Obviously, they had the injury.
Right
there that kind of hurt them a little bit. But, there again, it might have helped some of the other kids at that time get ready for sectional time with her being out.
Well, we'll keep us up to date as best we can. This was actually an early game. Our game was actually an early start time compared to some of our other area teams, so our game may be buttoned up well before some of our other area teams' games get finished. But we do remind you today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard or Dean. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. Out of the timeout, the Blue Jays have it. It's Avery Johnston to bring it across half court. She's got it at the top of the key. Picks up her dribble, tried to get it to Kaylin Tunis. Almost stolen it is. The Satellites have it. It's Hope Welsh. She gets it to Sadie Marks. Sadie crosses the timeline, kicks it over to Samantha Marks. Samantha, Kylie Lehigh on her, takes the pick from her sister Sadie. Now here she comes. Another moving screen is called here. Unofficially, I have South Central down for 12 turnovers. That's unofficial, Coach, but my goodness.
That's very uncharacteristic.
That is. The Lady Jays defense is swarming. And for turnovers for them, I have 8 unofficially.
Well, I tell you, Coach Combs has got to be pretty happy because they forced the Satellites to go back into a half court. And the first time they played, she said they had all them turnovers. It's because they couldn't handle the ball, and they're doing a nice job.
Yeah. So here's Kylie Lehigh on the other end of the floor. Lehigh getting inside, and a foul's called on the floor. I believe it'll be on Sadie Marks. Kylie liked that when she claps her hands.
That's her first.
So since it was on the floor, it's an out-of-bounds play underneath her own basket. Avery Johnston to take it out. Johnston up top, McKinley Dushak. Dushak over to Kylie Lehigh. Lehigh at the top of the key here. Then over to Avery Johnston. Johnston takes the pick from Lehigh, then back up top to Kaylin Tunis. Tunis spins on McKenna Welsh, gets inside, off the glass, right-handed layup. The and one goes. Kaylin Tunis has become that player for the Lady Jays the last few weeks, Coach.
Oh, yeah, that's what I say. I think she's their go-to player right now.
With all the attention on Kylie Lehigh all season long, putting up the stats that she does, Kaylin Tunis has been able to, what would you say, under the radar maybe?
Yeah, I don't think she's under the radar too much
Not anymore. Everyone knows about her as she unfortunately misses the free throw for the three-point opportunity. But, yeah, not anymore. They know Kaylin Tunis is someone they got to watch out for, as she brought the Lady Jays within 4 here, 14-10. It's Samantha Marks, then over to McKenna Welsh. Welsh, Kylie Lehigh on her, then finds Hope Welsh in the near corner. Back up top to Samantha Marks. Samantha. Avery Johnson on her, finds Sadie. Sadie brings it back out up top. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Spins on Avery Johnson, back out. Hope Welsh, then back out to Sadie. 3 on the way. Splash! Big time shot. Sadie Marks, the senior-to-senior connection, Coach.
That's what you want. Them times, seniors take over.
Avery Johnson brings it across half court. She finds Kaylin Tunis. Kaylin spins around, wide open space. Oh, she took on Gwen Mendenhall and had no problem. Samantha Marks now brings it across half court to Hope Welsh. Looking inside, nothing there. Back up top to Samantha. Samantha. Then over to Sadie. Sadie attacking Anna. Then to Hope. A foul's called.
Anna Garbison. It's her second. Yeah, I think they've got to have Hope Welsh and Sadie Marks right now kind of take control a little bit. Would help them, because on the other end, the Blue Jays, that Tunis is kind of taking over down for them.
Yeah. Perfect timing, too. Gets it to Sadie Marks, then back up top to McKenna Welsh. Welsh. Then to Sadie Marks, and a reach-in foul's called on Kylie Lehigh.
That's her first shooting free throws.
First free throw from Sadie Marks is good, as tonight's game is sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong air dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. Second free throw is good from Sadie Marks, making it 18-12 now. McKinley Dushak will check out, and checking in is Gracie Minix here.
Going back to 2-3 zone, satellites.
We'll see what the Lady Jays have. Oh, man, a steal by McKenna Welsh. Here she comes, coast to coast, blocked by Kylie Lehigh. Fight for the rebound. Kylie's on the floor. They're going to call jump ball. It's going to stay Lady J, or no, it's going to be Lady J basketball. So good hustle by Kylie Lehigh, Coach.
Just getting back. I mean, you don't pout about it. You get back and play good D, and she did a great job. Got the ball back for the Blue Jays.
Johnston brings it across half court. She finds Reagan Hensley, then back to Johnston. Trying to attack that zone. Back up top to Kylie Lehigh, then over to Avery Johnston. And a reach-in foul called on the floor, I believe, on McKenna Welsh here.
I think I have her for 3.
So the Lady Jays kick it up top to Avery Johnston, then swing it over to Kylie Lehigh. Back up to Reagan Hensley. Then over to Avery Johnston. Johnston back up top to Lehigh, then swings it over to Reagan. Reagan to the far corner, Kaylin Tunis. Skip pass, oh man, getting in the passing lane. It was a satellite. That was number 33 for the Satellites. That's Caitlin Duttlinger coming up with the steal there. And on the other end of the floor, it's Samantha Marks getting it back over to Duttlinger. Duttlinger then over to 22. That's Gwen Mendenhall looking inside. Gwen, Kylie Lehigh on her, spins around, hands off to Sadie Marks. 45 seconds to go here in the first half.
I think I'd get the ball right there, Sadie, and kind of isolate her in a one-on-one right now.
Marks, Gracie Minix on her. Last 30. Gets inside, has space, up and no good, but a foul is called, putting Sadie at the line.
Guess they listened to me.
I guess so.
Isolated her one-on-one, took it to the basket, got the foul.
Sadie has done such a good job for these Lady Jays this year. The Lady Satellites this year. She leads the Lady Satellites in all statistical categories. First free throw is up, away, and good, making it 20-12 here. Score update from Culver. Entering the fourth quarter, Marquette Catholic leads the Lady Cavs 53-15, Coach. Tough season it's been for the Lady Cavs.
Well, Marquette, one of the top 5 teams in the state, so it's going to be a tough matchup.
Back in our game, though, 21-12, the Satellites lead. It's Kylie Lehigh back up top to Kaya Burkett. Skip past Kaylin Tunis. 3, no good. Fight for the rebound. Kylie Lehigh comes up with it. My goodness. She splits the defenders and then draws a foul on the floor. That should be the 5th foul.
That's 5th foul.
So that will put Lehigh at the line, I believe, here to shoot 2.
That's on Samantha. That's her 3rd foul.
So Lehigh, first free throw is up, away, and it is good as we thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yielding crop investment returns. Mark's Body Shop in Knox is also proud to be part of the broadcast. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Second free throw from Lehigh is good, making it a 7-point ball game, 21-14. They roll it in. The Satellites, it's Sadie Marks. Last 5 seconds, gets it to Hope Welsh. Last 3, she's going to need to get rid of it. Sidestep 3 on the way. No good, as that will be the end of the first half. 21-14. The South Central Lady Satellites are leading big time right now. 7 points. You got to be pretty happy with it, as we'll see if we can get a word with head coach Ben Anderson with our sideline reporter Justin Ruff. Yes, let's go down to our sideline reporter Justin Ruff.
I can get you right now. That's right. Hey, Coach, it looks like you got a 7-point lead. Your defense, your 2-3 zones causing some issues. What are your adjustments going in the second half?
We got box out rebound. Way too many second chance opportunities. I mean, it's time after time. We've got to rebound. Just like Sam just got her 3rd foul there. If we box out and rebound, that doesn't happen. So, we got to quit giving them second chance opportunities. And then, offensively, we just got to be a little bit stronger with the ball. They're really physical, which we knew coming in. But
hey, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
All right.
Thank you, Mitch.
Thank you, Justin. We appreciate you, as that's our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, getting a word with head coach Ben Anderson. Interesting what he had to say there.
Well, yeah, I tell you, Coach Combs has got to, they're down 7. You got to be pretty happy, though. I think this second half, would if I was her, I would come back out with that press that she had in the beginning, because it looked like the Satellites were struggling a little bit with it, because they're used to being the ones that, put that press on and get the turnovers. But I don't know how many turnovers they had while they had that press going on, but there was quite a few. It was probably close to double figures. So I would like to see the Blue Jays come back out and go back into that full court press. And as far as the Satellites, I say they ought to just, go to their 2 seniors. I mean, that's where you want to go right now. It's sectional time, and these seniors for sure do not want this to be their last game.
Yeah.
So go to your go-to players, and in the offensive side for the Blue Jays, I really think you go to Lehigh and Tunis on their end, and I think we'll still have a battle, and this game's far from over.
Well, we've got some other score updates we'll share with you during our Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show as the end of the first half sees the South Central Lady Satellites 21-14 over the Lady Jays of North Judson-San Pierre. Don't go anywhere. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show is coming your way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know that when agriculture thrives, we all do. It's the heart and grit of our agricultural communities that keep the crops coming in and the livestock cared for day and night. That's why we build financial solutions around the needs and schedules of our ag clients. I'm Isaac Blue, ag banker at Knox, North Judson, and Culver. If you're looking for a financial partner that has over 135 years experience in understanding and supporting agriculture, I'd like to hear from you. Let's harvest success together. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank. Based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Welcome to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Here's Mitch Columbi.
21-14's the score here at the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. I am accompanied by our sports analyst, Terry Minix. We talked about it a few moments ago, but man, what'd you see in that first half?
Well, like I said, I think the Blue Jays are pretty happy that full court press really kind of stymied the Satellites a little bit, and hopefully they go back to that if they want to, keep this game close. Really foul problem. Samantha has 3 fouls for the Satellites, who handled the ball a lot for them. So I think it's an advantage for them to start pressing again. And then on the flip side, the Satellites, I think they need to maybe even press again themselves, getting back to what they usually do. In the beginning, like we talked over and over, the nerves kicked in. And they had double-digit turnovers in that first half from both sides. So I think second half is going to be a lot better, but I think they're going to get back to what both of them do, and that's press, get up and down the floor, and they're still going to be very aggressive.
Well, not only are we watching this game, we're broadcasting this game, but we're keeping our eye on several other games in our area. Of course, the Tri-Township Lady Tigers, what a season it was, 21-1. They entered sectional play against Morgan Township at Morgan Township. We mentioned a little bit earlier at the end of the first quarter, the Tri-Township Lady Tigers were trailing 17-9. Now, at the end of the second, looks like the Lady Tigers got it in gear. They brought that deficit to within 1 now. At half, it's 22-21. Morgan Township leads.
Yeah, and that makes a little more sense, like we talked a little bit off air there. It's just the Tri-Township girls are, a little younger, and they're playing on Morgan's home court. And, it's just one of them things. It took them a little bit to get things going, and I think same thing goes there. I think you're going to have a very competitive second half, and I still think Tri-Township's going to find a way.
Boy, we hope so for their sake. Then also got a report from Doug Griffiths. Of course, he's on the call with Tony Ross on Max 98.3 FM at the Culver Sectional. The Culver Lady Cavaliers were taking on Marquette Catholic, and entering the fourth quarter about 10 minutes ago, Marquette Catholic was pulling away 53-15 over the Lady Cavs. It's been a tough year for the Lady Cavs, Coach.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they have their head coach. I know they have co-coaches, but the one head coach, I think he was ejected in one game, so I'm not even sure if he's coaching in that game tonight. So that kind of hurts him a little bit as well.
Not to have all hands on deck. And then I believe we had a score update from Winnemac a little bit earlier. They were leading over Wabash. Not sure if we have any update. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. What do you have on the Winnemac game?
My last update was about 10 minutes ago, but it's second quarter, 4:49 left, still in the first half. Winamac was still up by 10, or actually 11, 21-10 over Wabash.
Yeah, thanks, Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mitch. I still got you? I literally just got a message. It is halftime, 25-17.
25-17, the Winamac Lady Warriors. And we'll see if Justin has a chance to talk with head coach of the Lady Jays, Whitney Combs, here down on the sidelines. But big-time job for the Winamac Lady Warriors here. We'll see if Justin has a chance to talk with Whitney here. Of course, it's that type of night. Down by 7, it's all business here. But, the Winamac Lady Warriors playing very good basketball right now. And we'll see here. Down on the sidelines with Justin Ruff, his head coach, Whitney Combs. Justin.
Hey, Coach, you got a 7-point deficit, but your team's playing really good defensively, causing a lot of issues. What were your adjustments coming out of halftime?
They need to keep that defensive intensity up. We have to get the ball moving on offense a little bit. We're struggling with that. We're settling for the outside shot, and, we want them to get to the basket because our shots aren't falling right now. So, get to the basket, try to get them in more foul trouble, just continue with that ball pressure. I'm really liking our defense right now. We just got to get it together on offense. All the girls that are coming in are doing an awesome job. So, we've been down before at halftime, so it's nothing new for us. We like to come from behind. So, it's just who wants it more, basically, right now. It's a 7-point game. That's way better than what it was last time we played them. There's some things we can tweak and that we want to tweak, so we'll see what the girls come out and do for us.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Back to you, Mitch.
All right, Justin Ruff getting a word with head coach of the Lady Jays, Whitney Combs. I like what she had to say there, Coach.
Oh, for sure. She's high energy. I can see why the girls are playing with such, energy out there. And they did a real nice job in that man-to-man and put a lot of pressure on them. And they were forcing the Satellites to attack because they weren't able to get jump shots off. I know Welsh got one off, knocked one down. But, and that's one thing that the Blue Jays struggled with. She's saying their shots weren't falling. They were kind of hurrying their shots, another thing with the nerves. And especially, I'm not sure what they're going to come back with, but if they go to that 2-3 zone, it'd be a good opportunity for them to be able to, set up and knock down them shots.
Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is helping continue this wonderful tradition on KVB's WKVI. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660, serving the local area since 1936.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Back to start the third quarter here in the Nest. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Meddix and sideline reporter Justin Ruff. The Satellites are going to start with the ball for the third quarter. We are back in action right away. It's Samantha Marks getting it over to Gwendolyn Mendenhall, then up top to McKenna Welsh. Welsh entry pass to Sadie Marks, the left block. She's triple teamed, put up a shot, no good, but a foul is called. She's going to go to the line.
Lehigh, that's her second. Sadie's going to the line. She's 6 for 6 tonight.
First free throw from Marks is up, away, and good. As today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Culver's Portside Marina. They can make sure your boat is ready for the winter. If you need help storing or winterizing your watercraft, contact Culver's Portside Marina at 574-842-5000. Second free throw from Marks is no good. Rebounded by Reagan Hensley. She pushes it forward to Kaylin Tunis, then back up top to Avery Johnston. Swings it over. Connie Lehigh driving baseline. Ooh, she didn't know that she had space after McKenna Welsh hit the deck. And then back up top to Avery Johnston. Swings it over. Reagan Hensley, three. Yes, sir. That's exactly how the Lady Jays needed to start this third quarter. 22-17 now. It's Samantha Marks, almost stolen. It's saved by McKenna Welsh. And then a timeout by head coach Ben Anderson quickly.
Nice job. He was standing right by the ref and they were able to get a little bit of control long enough to get that timeout.
Well, that big-time three, Coach, that's how you want to start the third quarter. That gets you feeling good.
Well, just like Coach Combs said, some of our shots to fall, and if they, stay in a 2-3 zone or whatever, you just stand out there and knock the shots down. I mean, between Reagan and Tunis, I think they can knock down threes.
Yeah. Yes, they can. It's just a matter when are they going to fall.
Right. Well, I think, like I say, their nerves, I keep saying it, but I think this second half, it's going to be more like, the girl basketball that we're used to.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Satellites. Hope Welsh to take it out. She finds McKenna Welsh, top of the key. She gets it from 16 feet to go. 24-17, the Satellites lead here. Avery Johnson to bring it across half court. She finds Reagan Hensley. Looks like a zone here, Coach.
Yeah, that's still that 2-3 that they were in.
Anna Garberson then swings it over to Avery Johnson, driving baseline, back out up top. Anna Garberson almost lost it, but she saves it, then back to Reagan Hensley. Hensley, near corner, Kaylin Tunis. Tunis skip past Johnson. Here comes Avery. Picks up her dribble, back up top to Reagan. Reagan getting inside, off the glass. Reagan Hensley, 24-19. And the Satellites push it forward. It's Sadie Marks splitting the defenders, lost it, stolen by Kaylin Tunis, and a foul's called on the floor.
That's her second.
So the Lady Jays will have possession here off the turnover. Johnston brings it across half court. 6:20 to go here in the third. Reagan Hensley pops the three. No good. And fighting for the rebound, it looks
Stepped
like.
on the line.
Yep. Kaylin Tunis tried to make something happen, and when she tried to grab the rebound, she stepped on the line.
Blue Jays are back with that press. I like that.
Samantha Marks now passes it forward as they cross the timeline to Sadie Marks. Skip pass, Hope Welsh, far three. No good. Rebounded inside. That's McKenna Welsh. Then back out. Hope Welsh drives in, no good. Rebounded by Reagan Hensley to Kylie Lehigh. Now Kylie. And head coach Ben Anderson wanted a double dribble and nothing was called as Kylie gets it back to Reagan Hensley and she crosses half court. Then gets it to Avery Johnston. Johnston then over to Reagan. Looking inside, nothing there. Back out to the far corner. Kaylin Tunis. Tunis back up top. Reagan off her foot, picks it up now. Back out up top. Avery Johnston. Johnston then over to Reagan. Oh, tried to get it in. Yep, threw it away. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Jays. Turnover there. Sees the Satellites take it. Full court pressure from the Blue Jays here. Sadie Marks back to Hope Welsh and then back to Sadie. Picks up her dribble, skip pass over to Samantha Marks. And you see head coach Ben Anderson, whoa, don't throw that, please. They get bailed out. Last touch by the Lady Jays here.
Now they call the foul on Tunis. That's her second.
Hope Welsh to take it out. Sideline out of bounds play in front of the scores table. She gets it into Sadie Marks. Marks turns around with Kylie Lehigh on her. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the third. Marks to the near corner. It's number 22, Gwen Mendenhall, back up top to Samantha Marks. Swings it over to Hope Welsh, driving inside, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by, yep, McKenna Welsh, and she traveled trying to get a shot up. Another turnover for the Satellites. So the Blue Jays bring it forward. It's Avery Johnston. Over Kaylin Tunis. Three. Yes, sir. Huge shot from Kaylin Tunis. That brings the Jays within two. 24-22 here in the third. It's Gwen Mendenhall.
Wow.
And now a whistle on the floor by Daniel Escalante.
Wow.
The
That's
head
her
official
third.
tonight. So it'll be
I think they're finding out some of them fouls they were getting away with in that first half. The officials are starting to call now, keeping the game a little cleaner.
So the Satellites will take it out on the near sideline. They kick it up top to Samantha Marks. Marks, then to Hope Welsh. Welsh. Reagan Hensley all over. Tried to get it to Samantha Marks. It's going to be stolen by Reagan Hensley. Hensley, she's going to bring it across half court here. Reagan, back out. Avery Johnston, over to Kylie. Pops the three. No good. And rebounded by Sadie Marks. And Sadie hits the deck along with Kylie Lehigh. And Hope Welsh helps Kylie up there. Good sportsmanship.
It's Kylie Lehigh's third.
Hope Welsh gets it into Sadie Marks. Full court pressure from the Lady Jays. 24-22, the Satellites lead. It's Samantha Marks here. Back over to Sadie. Sadie inside. McKenna Welsh almost lost it. Puts it up. It hit the top of the backboard. Nothing called. And then rebounded by Reagan.
It's not out.
It was just the edge.
It's not out.
So Reagan now has it on the other end of the floor. Back up top to Avery Johnston. Three on the way. No good. Rebounded by Kylie Lehigh. She puts it back up. No good. Rebounded by Sadie Marks. Sadie up to Samantha. Crossing half court. Samantha over to Gwen Mendenhall. Pops it from the right elbow. No good. Rebounded by Kylie Lehigh. Lehigh brings it forward. Crosses half court. She gets the call from head coach Combs. Then back up top to Avery Johnston. Johnston then over to Kylie Lehigh. Lehigh. Skip pass over to Avery Johnston. Johnston back up top to Reagan Hensley. Then swings it over to Lehigh. Fakes the three. Driving baseline. Puts it up from 14. No good, but she draws the foul. She's going to go to the line.
Got fouls on Hope Welsh. That's her first.
So with Lehigh at the line, she's going to get two shots here, hopefully to tie things up here with 3:15 to go in the third. The first one is up away and no good, as Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. Second free throw is missed from Kylie Lehigh. She gets her own rebound, puts it up, no good, gets a second rebound. Second putback is no good, and rebounded by Sadie Marks. It's stolen by Anna Garbison off the glass, and the Lady Jays tie it up, 24-24. 3 to go in the third. Skip pass to Samantha Marks. She gets inside. Dump off to McKenna Welsh. Off the glass. Left hand layup. And a timeout by head coach Ben Anderson. Wow.
Well, I think they're doing a nice job in that press, and you know, they're getting to the point where a lot of them have got some foul issues. You know, the Judson has 2 girls with 3 fouls on them, and South Central has 2 girls with 3.
Now, I got to ask you, when you're on offense, you just score and you call the timeout. What is the coach thinking in that moment? What's the timeout do?
Well, he's basically, he had enough because he had, I don't even know if he took one before, did he? He's got 2, so he must have took 3. He's trying to tell them what they're going to do coming down here, because what's her name? Lehigh got 2 rebounds. They're not boxing out is their whole problem. And when we're getting fouls, it's because they're not boxing out. I think he said that at halftime as well. So he's trying to tell them, if we're going to be in a 2-3 zone, we got to do a better job of boxing out. I would guarantee you that.
So the Lady Jays kick it into Avery Johnston. Out of the timeout, the Blue Jays have possession. They're down by 2, 26-24 here in the third, 2:40 to go.
That's why he's in a man-to-man now, because I think because of the rebounding, I bet.
Reagan Hensley with it, spinning on Hope Welsh, inside off the glass, and it's an and one!
Hope Welsh, that's her second.
So now an opportunity to take the lead for the Lady Jays. It's Reagan Hensley at the line. She needs it. No good, and rebounded by Sadie Marks. The Jays are right there. They just can't quite take the lead yet. Tied up 26 all. It's Sadie Marks going to the far sideline, and she gets bumped out of bounds, I think, on Anna Garbison.
That's going to be her third.
So that's going to put Sadie Marks at the line here because the Lady Jays, that was their 5th foul here in this quarter. So with Sadie Marks at the line, her first one is up away, and it is no good, keeping it tied here as tonight's game is brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. Second free throw from Sadie. Too short, rebounded by Gracie Minix. My goodness. Here come the Lady Jays. It's Avery Johnston. 2:20 to go here in the third. She finds Reagan Hensley. Hensley back up top to Avery Johnston. Johnston. Then to McKinley Dushak. Back up top to Reagan. Hope Welsh on her. Back out to Kaya Burkett. Here comes Kaya. Drives in. Pops it from 14. No good. And rebounded by Hope Welsh. Here comes Hope up to Samantha Marks, crossing the 10-second line. Samantha picks up her dribble. Now back up top to Hope Welsh. Hope driving baseline. Has space with Avery Johnson on her. Back up top to McKenna Welsh.
I think it's Sadie time.
Excuse me, that's Gwendolyn Mendenhall. Then back to Samantha Marks. Samantha then to McKenna Welsh. McKenna almost loses it. As Reagan Hensley got in there, it's a reaching foul called, and that's going to put McKenna Welsh at the line. I keep getting her and Gwen Mendenhall mixed up. But McKenna Welsh will go to the line here to shoot 2. Stop the clock at 1:30 to go here in the third. Tie ball game, 26 all. First free throw from Mendenhall. And it rattles around and goes through, making it 27-26. We're going to see Grace Craig check in here for Reagan Hensley. Second free throw from Mendenhall. Up away, and it is good. 28-26, Satellites lead here in round 1 of sectional 34. Avery Johnston back up top to Kaya Burkett. Burkett spins around, dump
nice
off
pass.
to Gracie Minix, no good from the right elbow, or from the right block. Rebounded by Grace Craig, her putback's no good. Then another rebound by Gracie Minix, and that putback goes, tying it up 28-28. It's Sadie Marks now. Sadie crossing over, getting inside, back out. Easy shot, number 22. Gwen Mendenhall, 16 feet out, extended wing. Back up top to Grace Craig on the other end of the floor. It's Grace. Now to the near corner. Avery Johnston spins around on Samantha Marks. Back out up top to Grace Craig. Craig back to Johnston, spins around, inside, no good. And last touch by the Lady Jays. It'll be Satellite basketball. This is a close one.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see this last 30 seconds here. They get the ball to Sadie.
Samantha Marks finds it over to number 22. That's Gwen Mendenhall. Back up to McKenna Welsh. Then inside to Sadie Marks. Back to Gwendolyn Mendenhall. Then up top to Samantha Marks. Samantha going inside. Back out to Hope Welsh. 3 on the way. No good. And rebounded by McKinley Dushak. Last 6 seconds here. Johnston crosses half court. Back out. Gracie Minix traveled. She tried to fake the 3 and go around her defender, and the foot hit the floor before the ball did. Travel called. Last 1.7. They get it into Samantha Marks. Back to Hope Welsh. Chucks it too late, as that will be the end of the third quarter. 30-28. Boy, we are going down to the wire here at the North Judson Sectional as the South Central Satellites lead the Lady Jays 30-28. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Back in the nest. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix and sideline reporter Justin Ruff. We go to the fourth quarter, 30-28. South Central leads the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. A very important quarter is coming your way here between the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays and the South Central Lady Satellites. It could go either way right now, Coach.
For sure. I'm surprised that the Satellites aren't pressing. I mean, it's the last quarter. You get back to what, who brought you to the dance, and that's their press.
Here we go. Kaylin Tunis. Nice drawn-up play for her. No good from three, and rebounded by McKenna Welsh. Welsh gets it to Samantha Marks, going inside for the Satellites. Back out to Hope Welsh, and then she overthrew Hope. It goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Satellites.
They're staying in that man-to-man, though.
Johnston brings it across half court. Picks up her dribble. Now over here near us, it's Kaylin Tunis at the top of the key. Kaylin taking her time. Goes inside, has space, blocked from behind by Gwen Mendenhall. Gwen has it, gets it to Sadie Marks. Here comes Sadie now. Sadie up to Samantha Marks. Back to Sadie. Almost lost it, but she saved it. Picks it up. Now gets rid of it to Samantha Marks. 7 minutes here in the fourth to go. 30-28, South Central leads. They find it to the hands of McKenna Welsh. Then into Sadie Marks, driving in, off the glass, left-handed, and a foul's called on Avery Johnston.
It's going to be Avery's third.
Score update from the Morgan Township sectional, where the Tri-Township Lady Tigers fought back in the second. Now they lead here at the end of the third. The Tri-Township Lady Tigers 31, Morgan Township 28. Also another score update from Harold Welter. Richmond leads Knox at the end of one, 17-10. The Lady Redskins have some work to do here in the second. But back in our game, it's Sadie Marks missing the first free throw and hitting the second, making it 31-28 here in the fourth. The Satellites lead by 3. Avery Johnson over to Kaylin Tunis, spinning around. Going baseline, puts up a shot right-handed, no good. Rebounded by Hope Welsh. Hope back to Sadie. Sadie up to Samantha. Samantha back to Sadie, and she crosses the half-court line. Then over to Samantha Marks. Samantha at the top of the key. She gets it over to McKenna Welsh. Gwendolyn Mendenhall, my goodness, then back to McKenna Welsh. Welsh pops it from the left elbow, no good. Fight for the rebound. And Ben Anderson is beside himself. He can't believe it. They're calling it last touched on the Satellites. Another turnover. He just can't believe it. He's not getting an explanation at all. You can see he's saying, oh my gosh. Did you see that? He said, oh my gosh, right at the official. Inside to Anna Garbison. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebound. It falls to the floor, to the hands of Reagan Hensley, and then missed the shot. Rebounded by Samantha Marks. She then gets it to Sadie Marks. Almost loses it. She saves it, though. Picks up her dribble. Pushes it forward.
I'm going to need a timeout.
Oh, my goodness. It's stolen back by Avery Johnston, and then a timeout by head coach Whitney Combs. My goodness. turnovers have just been a problem.
I know. I mean, he knew he needed a timeout there, and he's only got 2 left, so I think he was hesitant to take it. But, when he's getting 5:43 left in the game, you got to do what you got to do.
Tight. While we look out onto the floor and we see the South Central Satellites cheer team is here in full force. Also Satellite Nation and Blue Jay Nation always does such a good job of filling up the nest here on a Tuesday night for round 1 sectional action. Looks like, I have a score update from Knox. Rochester leads Knox. I said Richmond, my bad.
Going back to your days or something.
I know. Rich. Well, that's who we did play. We did play Richmond. But Rochester leads Knox at the end of 1, 17-10. We're hopefully going to catch up with Harold Welter in the Collins Insurance post-game show. He'll catch us up on what he has seen at that Rochester sectional. And then, like we said, the Tri-Township Lady Tigers have fought their way back into this one, 31-28 at the end of 3. We appreciate our score updates from all of our helpers throughout the area, making sure we can bring you all of our team's scores tonight. It's sectionals, but back in our game, it's the Lady Jays with it. Kaylin Tunis drives inside, blocked by Sadie Marks. And here comes Sadie, picks up her dribble, up to Samantha Marks. Samantha crosses the timeline, triple team, back to Sadie. Sadie, then over to Hope Welsh, pops the 3. No good. Fight for the rebound. It's inside. Rebounded by McKenna Welsh. Put back no good. Rebounded by Samantha Marks. Here comes Samantha. Has space. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Reagan Hensley on the inside. She's fighting for it. She's got it. Now here she comes. Pushes it forward to Kaylin Tunis. Tunis going in. Trying to draw a foul. Nothing called. And it goes out of bounds.
Wow.
I think it's going to stay here. Last touch by the Satellites.
A lot of contact on both ends.
They're letting them play. They're almost kind of playing in hopes they are going to get the call.
Yeah.
Rather than just playing through. It's into Kylie Lehigh, back out to the near corner. Johnston drives in, pops it from 16, and she gets it to go. 31-30, 1-point ball game for the Satellites. 4:50 to go in the 4th. It's Sadie Marks crossing half court. Picks up her dribble. Back over to Samantha Marks. Stolen by Reagan Hensley. Here she comes. Up, fakes, left-handed. No good. Rebounded by Anna Garbison. And now, jump ball called. Hope Welsh got in there. It's in favor of the Satellites.
This is a perfect example. It doesn't make a difference what happened during the season.
Yeah, no kidding. Samantha Marks back to Hope Welsh, crossing the timeline over to Sadie Marks. Sadie back up to Sam. Last 4:20 here. Sam then to Hope Welsh, blocked by Kylie Lehigh. They're going to call a foul.
Wow.
And head coach Ben Anderson says thank you to Daniel Escalante.
No, that was Mike Emerson calling it from the other side of the floor.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And that foul's going to be on Lehigh, and that's going to be her 4th.
So that puts Hope Welsh at the line to shoot 3. And now here's whistles on the floor by Daniel Escalante. He wants to get this under control here. Not sure what that was about. But she's going to get 3 shots. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. I believe he has a score update from Winnemac.
I do, Mitch. At the end of the 3rd quarter, Winnemac still ahead, 35-24. It looks like they're playing tough defense. It shows on the Twitter report, but they're up by 8, hanging on to the lead.
What are you hearing from the Satellites bench?
Lots of negativity when it comes to the men wearing the striped shirts.
Missed all 3 free throws, didn't she?
Yes.
My goodness. And then inside, Kaylin Tunis, the Lady Jays take the lead on the other end of the floor for the first time in a long time tonight. It's Samantha Marks crossing the timeline, back to Sadie. Sadie back to Samantha. Samantha up top, back over to Sadie, looking inside. I can't believe Hope Welsh missed all 3 of those free throws, guys.
Oh.
Here comes Sadie taking the pick, pops it from 14, no good. Fight for the rebound. And I think they called it over the back.
Over the back on McKenna Welsh. That's her 4th. I really think they need to be pressing right now.
The Satellites. They're staying in man right now on their end of the floor as here's Avery Johnston crossing half court. The Lady Jays lead 32-31. It's Kylie Lehigh now. Samantha Marks on her, bugging her, pesting her. It's Kylie Lehigh. Then back up top, and then I'm not sure what this is.
I think he said she stepped on the line, the sideline.
So it's a turnover for the Lady Jays. Sees the Satellites have it. It's Hope Welsh now. Hope brings it across half court. She gets it to Sadie Marks. Sadie, skip pass over to Sam Marks. Takes the pick from Sadie. Now brings it back out. Reagan Hensley on her. Samantha to the free throw line. That's Gwen Mendenhall. Then back to Sadie Marks. Marks driving in, spinning on Anna Garberson. Puts up the left-hand layup off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Kylie Lehigh. It was a good look. And Lehigh gets it back to Avery Johnston. 2:50 to go here in the 4th. The Lady Jays lead 32-31. What a game here. Johnston then over to Kaylin Tunis. Tunis then back to Kylie Lehigh. Lehigh. Sadie Marks all over. Sadie's going to pick the pocket. Here comes Sadie now.
She double dribbled.
And yep, she double dribbled. Turnover by the Satellites.
I think I'd have a timeout because it's a little early to try to take the ball, the air out of the ball right now, and just tell the Blue Jays just keep doing what you're doing, attacking the basket, take the good shot.
So Johnston brings it across half court here. She's got Samantha Marks on her. 2:20 to go in the ball game. Swings it over to Kaylin Tunis. Tunis. Mendenhall on her. Here she comes, gets inside, off the glass, right-handed, no good, and rebounded by Sadie Marks. She pushes it to Hope Welsh. Here comes Hope on the inside. Hope tried to dump off, lost it, then back to Gwen Mendenhall, pops it from 17, no good, rebounded by Samantha Marks, and the putback goes. 33-32, back to a one-point ball game. The Satellites lead, 1:50 to go here in the game. Johnston back over to Kaylin Tunis. Tunis spinning around. Finds space, baseline, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Kylie Lehigh. Her putback's no good. And then a foul's called. Kylie's going to go to the line. Most important free throws of the night right here are in Kylie Lehigh's hands.
Sadie Marks' 3rd foul.
The first free throw from Kylie Lehigh here. Up and away, and it is good. Tying it up 33-all as Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Second free throw from Lehigh to take the lead. They do. 34-33, a minute 43 to go here in the 4th. Sadie Marks gets it into Hope Welsh. Hope back to Sadie. Full court pressure from the Jays. Sadie brings it across half court here.
I think I'd use one of my timeouts right here.
Kylie Lehigh on Sadie here. Drives around, gets in the paint, back out. Gwen Mendenhall pops it from 15, no good. Rebounded by Sadie Marks. Back out, Hope Welsh, 3 on the way. Splash! Big time shot by Hope Welsh. 36-34, 2-point lead for the Satellites.
That's a senior moment right there.
Huge
Knocked
shot.
It down.
Kaylin Tunis spinning around, baseline, puts up a floater! She ties it up! 36-all here, 1 minute to go. Hope Welsh, she's going to bring it across half court. Timeout by head coach Anderson. Smart by him. Stops the clock at 57.7. Now think of this. Big time 3 by Hope Welsh. On the other end of the floor, the freshman, Kaylin Tunis.
Well, your big time players do it in the big time, and that's what happened. The ones they're going to go to this time is obviously going to be Hope Welsh and Sadie Marks. I think that the two that's going to be probably looked at whatever their play they're going to draw up. He's probably going to hold it for as much as he can for the last shot or one that he knows that they're going to make. And then the Blue Jays just have to keep playing good, solid defense. And you got to understand, they've got 2 fouls to give before they go to the free throw line. So you've got to let your kids know that you have them 2 fouls, but you got to tell, the ones with 3 fouls. We got one. Kylie Lehigh has 4, so she cannot be the one fouling. Everybody else gets the foul at least once. You got 3 with 3, but you don't care. You just make sure they know they've got 2 fouls to give.
Well, it's a tie ball game here in the 4th. It's also a tie ball game in the 4th between the Tri-Township Lady Tigers and Morgan Township. It's 34-34 with 1:53 to go in that ball game.
Wow.
At the half, Rochester leads Knox 23-17, and back in our game, it's 36-33 here in the 4th. The Satellites have it. Hope Welsh gets it into Sadie Marks. Hands back off to Hope, then back to Sadie. Kylie Lehigh on her. Sadie dribbling in on Kylie. Attacking. Puts up a shot. Charge called. Wow. Anna Garbison set her feet. Took the charge and they called it.
It's her 4th.
Still got some work to do for the Lady Jays. They got to get the ball in the bucket here.
The same thing goes. They've got 2 fouls. You got to understand you have fouls to give. Don't let them get to the basket and foul them before they're in the act of shooting. Like now, I'd foul her right now.
Tunis on the inside right block. Spin around shot. She gets it to go right-handed. 38-36, the Lady Jays lead. It's Hope Welsh back to Sadie Marks. Back to Hope Welsh. Hope gets it back to Sadie. Sadie pops the 3, top of the key. No good. Long rebound. Hope Welsh saves it off the leg of Anna Garbison. It's going to stay here. Satellite basketball.
You better use his last time out here.
16.2 seconds. 2 points would tie it. 3 would take the lead. And there's the timeout by head coach Bid Anderson. Let's send it down courtside to our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff.
What's up, fellas? I got a score update here when we got a good one at North Judson, but we got a score update with Winnemac. Wabash came back. It's a 3-point lead now for the Winnemac Warriors with 4:05 left in the 4th.
It's good games everywhere.
Good games everywhere. You're down on the Satellite bench. What'd you hear in the last time out?
He was telling them to take care of the ball. And that's been an issue all night long, but he's telling them really be strong with it. Let them come to you. Right now they're drawing up a play. I'm assuming it's everything that they know, a play that they're familiar with, because they're shaking their head, they're nodding their heads. So this is a smart team. We'll see if they can convert here in the 16-second mark.
Well, we talked about before. The Judson here has to understand they have 2 fouls to give.
Yeah.
Before they get their shot, make sure it's not an act of shooting, but to disrupt them and make them take the ball at a different angle, taking it out of bounds so the play changes. I mean, you got 2 to give. They just have to make sure they're letting their girls know that.
So here we go. Sideline out of bounds play. Tough place to pass it in there on the far corner.
Right.
But Hope Welsh does. Here she goes. Up top to Samantha Marks. Samantha, then to Gwen Mendenhall. Back up to Sadie Marks. Almost lost it. Has to get it. My goodness. It's over and back by Sadie Marks. My goodness. They couldn't get it into the hands where they wanted it.
Now they get...
And now the clock is stopped at 9.3 seconds here in the 4th. The Lady Jays lead 38-36 to the Lady Jays call timeout here.
They get 2 fouls now. Don't give
Just
them anything.
keep going.
Now. Yep, they don't have it.
They get it in, and there's the foul.
Yeah, but they got others to give.
They got it into Kaylin Tunis. A foul's called.
That's not who you wanted to foul.
Oh, my.
Sadie Marks.
Oh, man.
5th foul.
That is Sadie Marks' 5th foul. She has to take a seat here.
Well, for the Satellites, they don't want Lehigh or Tunis to receive the ball, foul everybody else as soon as they get it.
They get it into Avery Johnson, and then there's the foul by Samantha Marks.
That's going to be her fourth.
Wow.
Johnson hasn't been to the line tonight.
So Johnston's at the line. The first free throw is up, away, and no good. As we remind you no, go ahead.
I would call a timeout right now. It just, she's a freshman. She missed the first one. You just got to settle her down.
Second from Johnston is good, making it a 3-point ball game here. They get it into Samantha Marks. Back to Hope Welsh. Last 5 seconds here. Hope pops the three. Top of the key. No good. Too short. And that will be the end of the ball game. The North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays beat the South Central Lady Satellites 39-36 in round 1 of sectional 34. What a win. I think it was safe to say the Satellites were probably the favorite in this sectional, Coach.
Oh, for sure. I don't know many, after they had beaten the Blue Jays early in the year by 22, but, even like Coach Combs said, the records are 0-0 coming into that, and it was a long time ago that they beat them that bad.
Wow. I mean, my goodness, we have a lot to talk about here in the Collins Insurance post-game show. To wrap things up here from North Judson, we'll get some other score updates from our area teams, but a huge win here from North Judson as the Lady Jays beat South Central 39-36. We're going to take a break and come back for the Collins Insurance post-game show. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
(39-36) is the final as the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays beat the South Central Lady Satellites here in round 1 of sectional 34. Not the only shocker going on in our area right now as we have another score update from the Morgan Township sectional. Really can't believe what I'm reading here. Morgan Township beats the Tri-Township Lady Tigers 36-34. My goodness. Where we thought the Lady Tigers were going to have that special year and finally get a sectional championship. My goodness, the Morgan Township Cherokee beat the Lady Tigers 36-34. As Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Expressway. Tonight's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Still processing things throughout the area tonight, Coach.
It's tournament time.
It's tournament time. This is Indiana basketball.
It's Indiana basketball, and you just throw the records out the window, and I got to take my hat off to the Blue Jays. I mean, they played hard the whole night. I really felt their full court press was the big difference in the game because it kept them in early when they were even down, but they forced the Satellites into like 14 turnovers in that first half. So it was just pure determination and desire from the Blue Jays to get this win tonight.
Well, I mean, you got to say it's all heart that they played with a lot of heart tonight.
Oh,
and they stayed in it all the way. What were they down by 7 at one point, I believe? 21-14.
That was halftime.
Yeah. And then just the third quarter, they just kept digging and digging and digging, and they didn't give up.
Well, in the Satellites, they struggled. You know, the lid was on the basket the whole night for them. They got some good looks and some easy putbacks, and it just wasn't their night. You know, you got to take your hat off. You know, them two seniors. Hope Welsh had a great career. She hit 2 threes for them in the game, and really Sadie Marks, I mean, she did a little bit of everything, and before fouling out, and she's done that for the last 4 years. So it's one of them where someone's got to lose, but you feel bad for, obviously, especially when a game goes down to a 39-36 3-point that could have went either way. So it's just
my goodness,
it's a tough night. I'm sure Coach Anderson's in there. It's tough. That's the hardest. So
to talk to seniors, especially after something like that. Let's check in with our sideline reporter Justin Ruff, who I believe has a score update for us. Justin, what do you have?
I do. The Winnemac game, they're still.
Yeah, the Winnemac. We just lost Justin, unfortunately. What was the score there, Justin? 44-39, Winnemac.
They won. Good.
2:18 left. So still 2 minutes to go, but the Winnemac Lady Warriors are in the lead over Wabash. Still awaiting a score update from West Central. The last update we had from the Rochester sectional as the Knox Lady Redskins were taking on Rochester tonight, 23-17 at half. My goodness, some big upsets tonight in Tri-Township and South Central, fellas. I love it. This is tournament time, man.
It's tournament time. It definitely is. And like I say, you just got to take your hat off, to the Blue Jays. They did everything they needed to do, and then some. Every 50-50 ball, it seemed like they got. They were all over the floor defensively. I mean, their man-to-man was tenacious. I mean, They did a really, really good job. Now, hopefully when Coach Combs got in there, she says, okay, I understand we beat the favorite, but we still have a couple more games to go, and anybody's capable
of doing what
they just did. So we've got to stay grounded, enjoy this for the next hour,
and then get back to work.
And get back to work for sure.
Well, and they'll be taking on Career Academy, and then of course on the other end of the bracket is LaVille and Wheeler.
Right, so it's probably going to be LaVille and them in the championship game.
I'll let you predict. You're the analyst, so I'll let you predict that.
I'm just going to say.
But, yeah, you win this game. You feel pretty good about getting to the sectional championship round. But, boy, what a change of events there where we thought the South Central Lady Satellites were going to probably pull away. The Lady Jays said, not on our watch and not in the nest. Well, we're going to take a break and come back for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. We'll see if we can get with Harold Welter as well to talk about what's going on there at the Rochester sectional. So sit tight. Don't go anywhere. This is the Collins Insurance postgame show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
Back here at the Collins Insurance postgame show, we have a chance to catch up with our very own Harold Welter, who is on location at the Rochester Sectional watching the Knox Lady Redskins. Harold, we got your halftime update. What is going on now?
Well, the Redskins came back to tie it up. With 3:33 remaining in the third quarter, it's now Rochester 29, Knox 27. So the Lady Redskins have scratched their way back in this one, and both of these teams are very short-handed, but it's been an exciting, hard-fought ball game, and it's still in doubt here. With 3:21 remaining in the third quarter of play, Knox trailing 39-27 with Rochester at the free throw line. But it has been a night of three-point shooting. Rochester has 5 3-pointers. Knox has 2. So it's been an outside game, but great defense at both ends, Mitch.
That's Harold Welter at Rochester. 39-27 is the score right now as Rochester leads the Knox Lady Redskins. Big time thank you to Harold. We'll stay on as long as we can to maybe get another report from him in a little bit. But Coach, let's talk about our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game for our game here in this one.
Well, there was a lot of exciting things happen and plays in this game, but I think the biggest one was, ended up with 9 seconds left, and that was, I think, Anna Garbison taking the charge from Sadie Marks, and it was just, it was kind of unbelievable. It was a great play.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, it was a great play by Anna, and for that reason, she has the play of the game.
Well, a lot has happened tonight, and big-time win for the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star in the Knox Mall. I was going into my next one. Stop by Papa Farm Pizza after the game for fresh ingredients that separates their pizza from any others. That's Papa Farm Pizza, downtown Knox. Call 574-772-5888 to place your order now. It's pizza worth driving for. We now have an opportunity to talk with head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays, Whitney Combs. A huge win over the South Central Lady Satellites. You still seem nervous, Coach. Can you take a deep breath? You just won round 1.
I know. I'm still nervous, though, big time. A little flustered feeling, but proud of them, man. That's what we told them we needed from the start, that defense, that in-your-face, make you not want to have the ball defense. In that second half, we came out and we took it to them. Yeah.
Well, I thought the beginning of the game, I thought you guys did a great job on the defensive side. You didn't let them stretch the lead out. You did a real nice job, and the refs were letting you guys play a little bit in both ends of the floor. Yep. But I thought you did a real nice job. And when you came back the second half and went back to your press, I thought you did a really nice job with that.
Thank you. Yeah, we wanted to kind of hold off, make sure our girls would make it through without getting too tired. Yeah. Yep. So we wanted to say that for the second half, and they came out and they put that pressure on that we needed.
Talk about that charge Anna Garbison took there at the end. We just named it our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game.
Awesome.
Wasn't that perfect timing?
Yep. We've been telling them, just stand there, take a charge, fall down. They're just plowing into you. And she listened, and oh man, I was so excited. I think I jumped off the floor.
I saw you jump. I saw you
jump too.
So pumped.
Well, Coach, you take on Career Academy now, round 2 this coming Friday. I don't know if you've looked into them. I haven't looked into them. It's been a tough season from them from what I can tell. And just like we saw tonight, you never can count anybody out.
Nope, it's anyone's ball game, It's sectional time.
Yeah.
That 0-0, that 0-0 record. So We just got to come out. We got to play our game. We'll get film on them. We'll prepare for them, and we just got to have the girls come out and do what they're supposed to.
Well, talk about some of the girls that you were really, really happy with. Obviously, I know by looking. Well, I know that. I completely get that. But on both sides, not just on the offensive side.
Gracie Minnick's in there. We had her coming in. Yep. Her defense, number 30, we just knew from the get, she would get in there and she would get in her head. And that's exactly what she did. She's very strong, so she was able to battle in there, use the body, get her frustrated. And then, on the offensive end, Kaylin Tunis, she she was there when we needed her to score a bucket. She was there. She, kept going. She got blocked a couple times, but hey.
You sure she's a freshman?
I'm so excited she's a freshman.
Coach, share with us, Blue Jay Nation was very loud tonight, and they support you guys through thick and thin.
They sure do.
What's your message to them right now?
Thank you guys all for your support. We've had lows and we'd have highs, and you guys have been here through it all. It's not over yet. Friday we have a big game. You can't count anyone out, so thank you guys for your support.
Coach, thanks for coming up here and talking with us. Congratulations on your win. Go enjoy it with your team.
Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely.
Congrats.
That's head coach Whitney Combs of the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. A big-time win for them, 39-36, as they beat the South Central Lady Satellites. I got more information from that Morgan Township sectional, Coach. 36-34 was the final, as Morgan Township won on a last-second shot to beat Tri-Township. So that's how the Lady Tigers season ends at 21-2. The best regular season team in Lady Tiger history. Didn't get it done in the postseason, but you can't forget how special this season was. They were PCC tournament champions. They did things that the Lady Tigers have never done before in uncharted territory. So congratulations to the Lady Tigers on a fantastic season. I'll be honest with you, if they were to win tonight, we probably would have been following them the rest of the way. So it's kind of a heartache for us, and definitely feel terrible for head coach Chris McGowan right now. But they fall to Morgan Township 36-34 by a last-second shot. Also falling tonight, you may have heard it on our other station, Max 98.3 FM with the boss, Tony Ross. The Culver Lady Cavaliers fall to Marquette Catholic 59-19. The Lady Cavs go 4-18 on the year. And then the Winamac Warriors, the last update we had, they were leading, but from what Justin Ruff had told us, it looks like Wabash had made a run. And from what I'm looking at now on X, of course, we follow Winamac Warriors with 1:04 to go. This was 8 minutes ago. The Warriors were up 47-42. Wow. So it's a tight ball game for Winamac. They have an opportunity to beat Wabash there, and then still awaiting a score update on West Central as they took on Caston. But our game saw the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays beat South Central 39-36. We're going to take a break and come back for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game after this.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Mitch?
Time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson-San Pierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-Star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Well, who do you think, Coach?
Well, it seems like every time I see this young lady play, I have her as the player of the game. But I don't know how you can't give it to her because she played incredible and got in some foul problems. But number 11 for the North Judson Blue Jays is Kaylin Tunis. She had 19 points.
Wow.
Like I say, she had to set out a little bit, but the young lady just does not play like a freshman, and she was not scared, along with the whole team. I mean, honestly, you could give the whole team, the player of the game. I was extremely impressed with the way they played. But, the one that kind of stood out was Kaylin Tunis. For that reason, she'll be the player of the game.
What a player and a freshman.
Exactly.
I mean, she is so good for these Lady Jays, and she complements Kylie Lehigh so well and is playing really good basketball right now.
For sure.
At the end of 3, Rochester leads the Knox Lady Redskins 31-27. So the Knox Lady Redskins aren't going away quietly. We hope they finish things off strong in the fourth quarter. But, man, what a job here for Kaylin Tunis, as KVB's WKVI Sports is back in action Friday night, as we will be covering one of our area teams that have moved on to the semifinal round. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. Join us each weekend throughout the school year for the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you ever miss the Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We also invite you to follow us on social media, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you tonight, Terry.
Well, I'm going to say a couple final words. First of all, it was a fun night, obviously, for the North Judson fans, a very fun night. But, it's a sad night for, the Satellites. But, you can't take anything away from the careers of them two seniors. Sadie Marks and Hope Welsh, I mean, they did everything they could, and they've had great careers. And I just want to tell them, they did an amazing job, and they did everything they possibly could do. But, someone has to win here, and like I said, I'm going to congratulate the North Judson Blue Jays, and keep them moving on. And it was a fun night, and we'll be somewhere.
We'll be somewhere Friday. We'll figure it out in the morning. Our final in this one, the North Judson-San Pierre Lady Blue Jays beat the South Central Lady Satellites in round 1 of sectional 34, 39-36. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. For our sports analyst Terry Minix, sideline reporter Justin Ruff, our in-game announcer John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here's the three in the corner on the way!